Let's begin by asking ourselves something profound. What if the entire spectrum of your spiritual growth, everything you've ever wanted to understand about spirituality, could be explained by the simple, yet elusive concept of vibrational frequency? This idea might sound abstract, but as we journey deeper, you'll see that it holds the key to unlocking your potential, the key that only the top 1% of those who truly understand spirituality have realized. So why do we talk about vibrational frequency in relation to spiritual growth? You see, everything in the universe, everything you can see and feel, has a frequency. It's not just the things outside of you, the stars, the trees, the oceans, but also everything inside of you. Your thoughts, your emotions, and even your spirit vibrate at certain frequencies. And here's the real kicker: your spiritual growth is directly tied to your ability to raise your vibrational frequency. This isn't just some new age theory. It's a foundational truth that has been understood by mystics, sages, and spiritual masters throughout history. But how does this work? And more importantly, how can you apply this knowledge to your own life?
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lessons.
I want you to think of vibrational frequency as a radio dial. The higher you tune your frequency, the clearer and more profound the signals you receive. The lower your frequency, the more static and distortion you experience. In a very real way, your spiritual growth is about learning to tune your internal radio to higher frequencies so that you can tap into deeper levels of consciousness, understanding, and peace. The clearer your signal, the more connected you are with the universe, with others, and most importantly, with yourself. Now, how do we raise this vibrational frequency? What does it take to shift the needle from where you are today to where you want to be spiritually? The first thing you need to understand is that your thoughts and emotions are constantly affecting your vibration. Every thought you think, every emotion you feel, is either raising or lowering your frequency. Negative emotions like fear, anger, jealousy, they all pull your frequency down, creating that static I mentioned earlier. These emotions keep you stuck in lower vibrational states, making it harder for you to connect with higher spiritual truths. On the other hand, positive emotions, love, gratitude, joy, these raise your frequency. When you're feeling love, when you're truly living in a state of gratitude, your vibrational frequency is higher, and you're able to access deeper levels of spiritual awareness and growth. This is why so many spiritual teachings emphasize living in the present moment, practicing gratitude, and cultivating love for others. It's not just about being a good person, it's about raising your vibration so that you can experience higher levels of consciousness. But here's where things get even more interesting. It's not just your thoughts and emotions that affect your vibrational frequency. Your physical body, what you eat, how you move, how you breathe, also plays a crucial role. Think about the food you eat. Processed junk food, loaded with chemicals and artificial ingredients, has a very low vibrational frequency. When you consume these foods, you're lowering your own vibration. On the other hand, natural whole foods, plant-based diets rich in fruits, vegetables, and grains have a much higher vibrational frequency. When you eat these foods, you're nourishing not just your body, but your spirit as well. And it's not just food. Movement is another powerful way to raise your vibration. Practices like yoga, tai chi, and qigong are designed specifically to move energy through your body, clearing out blockages and raising your vibrational frequency. Even something as simple as going for a walk in nature can have a profound impact on your vibration. But now I want to ask you something. Have you ever noticed how your vibration changes depending on the people you're around? Think about it. When you're around people who are constantly negative, complaining, or full of anger, how does that make you feel? Chances are, it pulls your vibration down. You feel drained, heavy, maybe even anxious. On the flip side, when you're around people who are joyful, loving, and full of positive energy, you feel uplifted. Your vibration rises just by being in their presence. This is why it's so important to be mindful of the energy you're surrounding yourself with. If you're serious about raising your vibrational frequency and experiencing true spiritual growth, you need to surround yourself with people who are vibrating at a higher frequency. This doesn't mean you should cut out everyone in your life who isn't spiritual enough. But it does mean you need to be aware of how certain relationships are affecting your vibration. Sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and others is to create some distance in relationships that are pulling you down. But let's push this even further. What if vibrational frequency is not just something that affects you individually, but is also the key to understanding the entire universe? We've all heard the phrase, "we are all one." But what does that really mean? It means that at the deepest level, we are all vibrating at different frequencies, and those frequencies are interconnected. When you raise your vibrational frequency, you're not just improving your own spiritual growth, you're raising the vibration of everyone around you. This is why spiritual masters throughout history have said that by changing yourself, you change the world. It's not just a metaphor, it's a literal truth. So where does this leave us? If everything is about vibrational frequency, and if raising your vibration is the key to spiritual growth, then your spiritual practice, in whatever form it takes, should be focused on raising your frequency. Meditation, prayer, mindfulness, these are all powerful tools for tuning your inner frequency to higher levels. But it's not just about what you do during your spiritual practice. It's about how you live your life. Every thought, every emotion, every action is either raising or lowering your frequency. The more conscious you become of this, the more you can direct your energy towards raising your vibration and experiencing deeper levels of spiritual growth. Now, I want to leave you with a question to ponder. What is one thing you can do today to raise your vibrational frequency? It doesn't have to be something huge. Even a small shift, choosing to feel gratitude instead of frustration, choosing to eat something nourishing instead of junk food, choosing to spend time in nature instead of in front of a screen, can have a profound impact on your vibration. And as you raise your vibration, you'll begin to notice that your spiritual growth accelerates in ways you never thought possible. Now that we've explored how your thoughts, emotions, and environment impact your vibrational frequency, let's dive even deeper. You see, while it's true that what you think, feel, and surround yourself with plays a significant role, there are subtle, hidden forces at play. Forces that the top 1% of spiritually awakened individuals have understood for millennia. And once you tap into these forces, you'll realize that your vibrational frequency is not just something you can control through external actions. It's something you can master from within, at the core of your being. Here's something to consider. What if your vibrational frequency is influenced not only by your conscious mind, but by the subconscious patterns you've been carrying for years, maybe even lifetimes? We often think we're in control of our lives, but in reality, so much of what we do, think, and feel is driven by patterns we're not even aware of, patterns that are deeply embedded in our subconscious mind. These old patterns, Whether they come from childhood conditioning, societal expectations, or even past life experiences, are like programs running in the background, subtly affecting your vibrational frequency without you even realizing it. So how do you begin to address these hidden forces? How do you bring these subconscious patterns to light so that you can consciously raise your vibration? The answer lies in self-awareness. Spiritual growth is, at its core, a journey of becoming more and more aware of yourself, of your thoughts, your emotions, your habits, and most importantly, your subconscious patterns. The more aware you become, the more you can identify the lower vibrational patterns that have been holding you back and consciously choose to release them. But this is easier said than done, right? How do you even begin to become aware of something that's hidden in your subconscious? One powerful tool is meditation. When you meditate, you're not just calming your mind or finding peace in the present moment. You're also creating space for these subconscious patterns to rise to the surface. Have you ever noticed that when you sit in silence, thoughts and emotions you didn't even know you would start bubbling up? That's your subconscious mind bringing these hidden patterns to your awareness. And while it might feel uncomfortable in the moment, this process is incredibly powerful. By bringing these subconscious patterns into the light of your awareness, you can begin to consciously choose a different way of being, one that is in alignment with higher vibrational frequencies. But meditation is only one part of the puzzle. Let's talk about another hidden force: energy. We often think of ourselves as solid beings, but at a deeper level, we are made of energy. And this energy is in constant motion, vibrating at different frequencies. Have you ever walked into a room and immediately felt the energy shift? Maybe you felt a sense of peace and calm, or perhaps the energy felt heavy or tense. That's because energy is real, and it's constantly interacting with you and the world around you. The top 1% of spiritually awakened people understand that one of the most powerful ways to raise your vibrational frequency is to work directly with your energy. This is where practices like Reiki, energy healing, and chakra work come into play. These practices aren't just about feeling good, they are designed to clear out energetic blockages that are keeping you stuck in lower vibrational states. When energy gets stuck in your body, whether it's due to stress, trauma, or unresolved emotions, it creates blockages that lower your vibration. By clearing these blockages, you allow your energy to flow freely, raising your vibrational frequency and accelerating your spiritual growth. And this leads us to another profound truth: your vibrational frequency is not just about your personal spiritual growth. It's about your connection to the entire universe. You see, when your energy is vibrating at a higher frequency, you're not just more in tune with yourself. You're more in tune with the cosmos. This is why so many spiritual traditions emphasize the importance of aligning your chakras, or energy centers. When your chakras are open and balanced, your energy flows naturally, and you become a conduit for universal energy, a force that is infinitely more powerful than anything you could generate on your own. But there's something else we need to talk about. What about the vibrational frequency of the collective consciousness? We've been focusing a lot on your individual frequency, but the truth is, we're all part of a collective. And right now, the collective consciousness of humanity is in a state of transformation. As more and more people begin to wake up spiritually, the vibrational frequency of the entire planet is rising. But this process isn't always smooth. As the collective vibration increases, it brings to the surface all of the lower vibrational energies that have been repressed for so long: fear, anger, greed, separation. This is why the world feels so chaotic right now. It's not that things are getting worse. It's that all of the low vibrational energy that has been hidden in the collective unconscious is finally being brought to the surface to be healed. And this is where your role becomes so important. By raising your own vibrational frequency, you contribute to raising the frequency of the entire planet. Every time you choose love over fear, every time you choose gratitude over resentment, every time you choose to act from a place of higher consciousness, you are helping to shift the collective vibration. But here's the challenge: are you willing to take responsibility for your vibration, not just for your own growth, but for the growth of the entire planet? This is what the top 1% understand. They know that their spiritual growth is not just about them. It's about being of service to the world. This doesn't mean you have to be perfect. It doesn't mean you have to have it all figured out. But it does mean that you need to be conscious of the energy you're putting out into the world. Every thought, every word, every action is contributing to the collective vibration. So ask yourself, what kind of energy am I contributing to the collective field? Now let's talk about one of the most powerful forces affecting your vibrational frequency: your beliefs. Your beliefs are like the operating system of your mind. They shape the way you see the world, the way you see yourself, and the way you experience reality. And here's the thing: most of your beliefs are subconscious. You're not even aware of them. But they're constantly affecting your vibrational frequency. Think about it. If you believe deep down that you're not worthy, that the world is a dangerous place, or that there's never enough to go around, how do you think that's affecting your vibration? These limiting beliefs are like anchors, pulling your frequency down, keeping you stuck in lower vibrational states. The good news is that you can change these beliefs, but it requires a willingness to go deep within yourself and examine the stories you've been telling yourself for years, maybe even lifetimes. It requires the courage to question everything you think you know about yourself and the world. And it requires a deep commitment to truth, no matter how uncomfortable that truth might be. But once you start to release these limiting beliefs, something incredible happens. Your vibrational frequency begins to rise naturally. You don't have to force it. You don't have to push. It just happens because you're no longer being held back by the weight of false beliefs. You start to vibrate at a higher frequency, and as a result, you begin to attract experiences, people, and opportunities that are in alignment with that higher vibration. This is the law of attraction at its most fundamental level, like attracts like. When you raise your vibration, you naturally start to attract more high vibrational experiences into your life. So, I leave you with this question to reflect on: what is one belief you hold about yourself or the world that might be lowering your vibrational frequency? And are you willing to let go of that belief, even if it means stepping into the unknown? Because the truth is, the higher you raise your vibration, the more you step into the unknown. But that's where all the magic happens. As we continue this journey into understanding vibrational frequency, let's take a moment to reflect on something profound. What if raising your vibrational frequency could transform not just your spiritual life, but every single aspect of your existence? We've already explored how your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs influence your frequency, and how that frequency, in turn, shapes your spiritual growth. But the truth is, your vibrational frequency impacts far more than just your inner spiritual world. It touches your relationships, your career, your health, and even your ability to manifest abundance. Let's start with relationships. Have you ever noticed that when you're in a lower vibrational state, perhaps feeling stressed, anxious, or fearful, your relationships seem to suffer. Maybe you find yourself getting into arguments more easily, or perhaps you feel disconnected from the people around you. This is no coincidence. When your frequency is low, you're operating from a place of fear, separation, and lack. And that energy inevitably creates distance between you and others. On the other hand, when you're vibrating at a higher frequency, when you're in a state of love, joy, and peace, your relationships transform. You begin to attract people who are also vibrating at a higher frequency, people who are aligned with your values and your spiritual path. And even your existing relationships begin to shift. You find that conflicts dissolve more easily, communication becomes clearer, and you feel a deeper sense of connection and understanding with those around you. This brings us to a crucial point. Your vibrational frequency is a magnet. It's constantly attracting experiences, people, and circumstances that are in resonance with your current state. If you're vibrating at a lower frequency, you will attract situations that match that vibration, perhaps toxic relationships, negative experiences, or feelings of lack and limitation. But when you raise your frequency, you begin to attract higher vibrational experiences, relationships that are nurturing, opportunities that expand your growth, and a sense of abundance that flows effortlessly into your life. Let's talk about abundance for a moment, because this is something that so many people struggle with. Abundance is not just about money. It's about living in a state of flow where everything you need, whether it's financial resources, love, opportunities, or creativity, comes to you with ease. But here's the thing: abundance is a vibrational state. It's not something you chase after or attain through external means. It's something you cultivate within yourself. When you're vibrating at a frequency of abundance, when you feel grateful, open, and aligned with the flow of life, abundance naturally flows to you. But let's go even deeper. What's stopping you from living in a state of abundance right now? Chances are, it's not your external circumstances, it's your internal frequency. If you're holding on to beliefs of scarcity, if you believe that there's never enough, that you're unworthy, or that life is a constant struggle, then you're vibrating at a frequency of lack. And as we've already discussed, the universe responds to your frequency. It mirrors back to you what you're vibrating. So, if you're vibrating at a frequency of lack, you will continue to attract experiences that reinforce that lack. The shift to abundance begins with raising your vibrational frequency. It begins with letting go of the beliefs, emotions, and patterns that are keeping you stuck in a lower vibration. And this doesn't mean you suddenly have to feel positive all the time or deny your negative emotions. In fact, one of the most powerful ways to raise your frequency is to fully acknowledge and embrace your emotions, whatever they are, without judgment. When you allow yourself to feel your emotions fully, without trying to suppress or control them, you release the energetic charge they hold. This creates space for higher vibrational emotions like love, gratitude, and joy to emerge naturally. But let's not stop there. Let's talk about how raising your vibrational frequency can transform your physical health. This might sound surprising, but your body is also vibrating at a certain frequency. Every cell, every organ, every system in your body is vibrating at a specific rate. And just like your thoughts and emotions, your body's vibration can be influenced by your internal and external environment. When your frequency is low, perhaps due to stress, poor diet, or unresolved emotions, your body is more susceptible to illness, fatigue, and imbalance. But when your frequency is high, your body naturally moves toward a state of health and well-being. There's a reason why practices like yoga, breathwork, and energy healing are so effective for improving health. These practices don't just work on the physical level, they work on the energetic level, raising your body's vibrational frequency and allowing it to heal itself from the inside out. Even something as simple as spending time in nature can have a profound impact on your vibration. Nature vibrates at a high frequency, and when you immerse yourself in it, your body naturally attunes to that frequency, promoting healing and balance. But here's a question for you. What's one small change you can make in your daily life to raise your body's vibrational frequency? It could be something as simple as drinking more water, eating whole foods, or spending a few minutes each day in meditation. These small shifts, when practiced consistently, have the power to raise your overall vibration, leading to greater health, vitality, and well-being. Now, let's take a moment to explore how vibrational frequency affects your purpose and your career. So many people feel stuck in jobs or careers that drain their energy and lower their vibration. They feel unfulfilled, uninspired, and disconnected from their true purpose. And this, too, is tied to vibrational frequency. When you're operating from a lower vibrational state, you're often making decisions out of fear, obligation, or a sense of lack. You might stay in a job that no longer serves you because you're afraid of the unknown or because you don't believe you can do better. But when you raise your vibrational frequency, something shifts. You begin to see new possibilities. You start to align with your true purpose. You realize that you don't have to settle for a life that doesn't inspire you. You begin to attract opportunities that are in alignment with your highest self, opportunities that allow you to express your gifts and talents in a way that serves both you and the world. Here's the truth: your purpose is directly connected to your vibrational frequency. When you're vibrating at a higher frequency, you're naturally drawn to work that is meaningful, fulfilling, and aligned with your soul's mission. You're no longer motivated by fear or scarcity. Instead, you're motivated by love, passion, and a desire to contribute to the world in a way that feels authentic to you. This is why so many people experience what's known as a spiritual awakening when they raise their vibration. They suddenly realize that the life they've been living is out of alignment with their true purpose, and they feel called to make a change. But this process requires courage. Are you willing to let go of the life you've known, the identity you've built, in order to step into a higher vibrational way of being? This is the ultimate challenge of spiritual growth. It requires you to trust the process, to trust that as you raise your frequency, the universe will support you in ways you can't even imagine. It requires you to let go of the need for control and to surrender to the flow of life. And here's where the magic happens. When you surrender to the flow of life, when you release the lower vibrational patterns of fear, doubt, and control, you create space for something far greater to emerge. You align yourself with the natural rhythm of the universe, the rhythm of love, abundance, and infinite potential. And from this state, you can create a life that is truly extraordinary. So let me ask you this: what would your life look like if you were vibrating at your highest frequency? What kind of relationships would you have? What kind of opportunities would you attract? How would you spend your time, your energy, your resources? This is not just a hypothetical question. This is the reality that is available to you when you commit to raising your vibrational frequency. But here's the most important thing to remember: raising your frequency is not a one-time event. It's a lifelong practice. It's about making small, consistent choices every day that support your growth, your well-being, and your alignment with your highest self. It's about tuning into your thoughts, your emotions, and your energy, and making adjustments when you notice yourself slipping into lower vibrational states. And it's about trusting that every step you take, no matter how small, is moving you closer to the life you were meant to live, a life of love, joy, abundance, and spiritual fulfillment. This is the ultimate transformation. When you raise your vibrational frequency, everything in your life begins to shift. You start to attract experiences that are in alignment with your highest good. You begin to feel a deeper sense of connection to yourself, to others, and to the universe. And you realize that your spiritual growth is not just about transcending this world, it's about fully embracing it, fully embodying your divine essence in every moment of your life. So I leave you with this final question: what kind of life are you ready to create? The answer lies in your vibration. The more you raise your frequency, the more you align with the infinite possibilities that are available to you. And that, my friends, is the top 1% secret to spiritual growth. It's not about chasing enlightenment or escaping the world. It's about raising your vibrational frequency so that you can fully participate in the beauty, the magic, and the mystery of life.